Okay, see, Fateh was actually a very well thought of decision. I've been an entrepreneurial kind of a person for a long while, and when I was looking at the business sector, I was looking for something which gives you a little bit more interest in terms of a little bit more satisfaction. Okay, money, I'm sure people a lot of places could have made it, but the movement from investment banking or banking came to this is because I thought the guiding people, helping them create careers was probably gives me a lot more pleasure. When you go back home, you feel happy that you made careers for so many people. So that was one of the key reasons behind it. We looked at a number of sectors and this was where it was. When you're going to make an impact, you're going to make a change to a lot of people's lives. So that it chose the sector for that matter. And it's been a long journey. We started off slowly. We've been looking towards high quality students, looking at high quality universities. Typically, in the sector, there are two types of students which usually come in. One who's generally looking at studying, who's generally looking at studying at top universities who want good high quality education, and the two who are basically financial immigrants who are just looking at a way to get in. We have deliberately crafted a way that we focus towards students looking at seeking high quality education, something which they who looking at building a career. So that's what we are trying to do, and that's what drives me. When people have when you meet them 5 years later and they say, okay, this is where we are today, and you feel happy about it. So that's okay. You see, we provide an end-to-end solution. So when the student comes in, the first objective is try and help him identify what he's looking for. A lot of times, students have a broad enough idea as to what they want, but helping them narrow it down to what they really need. That is the first step we do, because there are a lot of factors which influence or which a student should be using before taking a decision, and sometimes those factors is something the student themselves don't think. So the first step when the student walks in is we try and understand what are the factors which he explicitly tells us, and what are the factors which he hasn't told us but you think would be important for him. It could be as simple as, okay, I like partying out, which is a good place to, which will be a good city for me, in a very trivial side. Or it could be something, let's say somebody is very active in sports and he says, okay, I love playing football, give me a place where there will be plenty of football clubs for me to do it. Okay, so those things which the student may not bring out in the beginning, this is where it is. Of course, that's the non-academic side. Academically, also you try and figure out what the student is seeking. What is he actually seeking? Sometimes the student comes in and asks you for a certain course. Because that's what he's heard. Okay, then you need to start go deeper into it with the student and try and figure out, is it really what he's seeking, or is he seeking a different course? And the third part of it in the initial stages, because in India the number of courses we have is more broad oriented. Whereas internationally you can have specializations and super specializations. A lot of times students are unaware of those specializations as well as super specializations. So again, our process is to help the student identify, okay, which of these will probably suit him. Once the options are identified, then we try and work through which institution will fit him, what are the constraints after that in terms of what are the financial constraints, which is the place where we can maximize the scholarship. In fact, we are proud of our scholarship record. I think there's nobody else in India who has a better scholarship record than we do. Okay, so we work with him and try and understand where the scholarships, would he fit into the best kind of scholarship, where does he fit in terms of, get the lowest cost fees available if he has a financial constraint, if he has uncle, where would he want to be. So that's then selecting the university. The third stage comes is we help him try and help up with his applications, because we work directly with most UK universities and Irish universities. We're able to have we have a direct communication link with them. So sometimes a straight when you file an application, on the face of it, it may not seem applicable, or it may not seem proper for it. Okay, but with our link, we can actually pick up the phone or write an email directly to the course selector and explain them, look, this is a non-standard application, this is where it comes in. So we are able to get students who are even borderline over the line if there is a genuine reason behind it. Okay, which gives us a unique edge over most people. Okay, once we have the university offers, again the question comes as which the two sounding very similar. How do you choose between them? And again, it is for us to educate the student to be able to figure out which is the one which he seeks, because there is no such thing as the perfect university. What suits A does not suit B. Okay, and so we need to find that unique thing for that student. Once selected, then it is about visas. We are again extremely proud of our visa record. I think we are among the best in India. We rarely have any refusals, if any. And so we pride ourselves in the superior visa counseling service we give, ensuring not only do the students get the visas, but they get these visas well in time, and they get it. Any concerns is answered beforehand. So anything which needs to be explained, everything which has to be done is all handled by our end. Once the visa is done, the other thing is now about post-landing support. Obviously, the basic things in terms of helping him get through, getting flight tickets and all. But more than that, this is where we offer something which most people don't do, is in terms of we have a very strong we build a very strong stickiness around our students. So what's happened is students who went in last year, they have been, we were able to tap into them to help settle the students who go in this year. So, they come and pick the students up at the airport. They're able to even settle them down for a few days in their own houses. Again, even before they leave, any issues, anything, they're always there to answer. So, they're practically creating a mentor relationship without being a very formal mentor thing. And again, there's support for it. So, parents are safe, they know this is what they're getting into. They know somebody to contact to. So, there's something which is happening. So, we're not leaving them all, after the process done, we just leave it with them. So, that is the big thing, is the post-landing support you provide after that. And of course, even after that, anything which needs to be sorted, we're always there. So in short, as I said, it's an end-to-end solution. We work with most universities, in UK and Ireland. In fact, we're very proudly associated with all the top-tier universities. And in fact, many of these universities only work with very select 2 or 3 agent partners in India, and we're proud to be one of those partners over here. The reason why we're able to, why we are among the select group of people who at these universities work is because, they've noticed the kind of the well-counseled students which walk in. They know exactly what they're seeking for. So because of which, as I said, we work with generally across the board most top universities for that matter. So when a student comes in, there is definitely, we would always have an option for him in a top-tier university.